To bid, please stand up. As we have a large number of bidders and an equally large venue, I will only recognize bidders who are standing.
This is one of the strategies that we teach in the Hui Mastermind that will help people get their foot in the door at a lower price point.
Yeah, so it's, a strategy that we wasn't taught, like my parents wasn't even taught this strategy, where when people don't pay their taxes for a few years, the county will auction it off at these tax deed auctions, and the upset price is unbelievably cheap, pennies on the dollar. And this is one of the reasons why you as a local, you're from Hawaii, should learn, I want to say should learn, would be, smart to learn something like this, right? Because you can probably get your foot in the door at a cheaper price. So that's one of the reasons why I believe this is awesome to come and check out. And if you're ready, you can purchase property.
We're in Hilo today getting ready for the tax auction that happens about twice a year. And there's a list of 130 off-market properties. Yeah, that's the list. Right here is the ones that have been removed from the tax sale. So typically people have up until the day of to pay their property taxes. So just updating the current list with which ones have been removed. So 42, 44. Here, how the state and the county splits up the areas and determining where your property is based on this tax map. So it's not your address. It's based on different zones, and then those zones are split up into sections. So this is zone 1, and then this is plat 3. So it's you have the zone, and then from there it kind of goes, gets more specified. So this is zone 1, section 3, plat 35. And then you have the numbers. So we showed you guys the TMK numbers, that's just how they determine where the property is. It's not necessarily based on the address.
I did a fair amount of research, just looking at the assessed values, doing some comps for the ones that I'm interested in. Also just looking at it on Google Maps, trying to see how many trees are on there, are the roads paved, are there telephone poles, those sorts of things around. Also, the day before, called the HOA communities for a couple of the places. And the girl at Ainaloa was super helpful. She was like, oh, this one is good because it doesn't have that many trees on it, and there's no albizia trees on that, and things like that. So I got a good amount of info, and that's also why I was like, I really want these certain ones.
So we are here with Charles today at the Hilo tax auction. What we helped him do is research all the properties and show him how to do due diligence. Did you get to drive around to any of the properties?
I did. I flew into Hilo yesterday, so the auction is now.
Mm-hmm.
I flew in early in the morning yesterday, and I drove around and looked at as many properties as I could on the ones, and then found the ones that I wanted to bid on. So I had them rated from 1 to there were 3 that I wanted to look at. So after seeing the property, so I drove around yesterday to make sure which ones I wanted to put priority on. And then I went to the bank this morning and I got out my cashier's check.
So this is the reason why a lot of people are intimidated or think that they can't purchase properties, because at these tax auctions, you actually need a cashier's check. That means you need straight cash in order to, well, not cash itself in the money form, but a cashier's check in order to purchase these properties. And on the bigger islands like Oahu and Maui, or the more expensive islands, you need hundreds of thousands of dollars, unless you're buying a parking stall on Oahu. So we teach how to look at other islands as well, that you don't need as much cash on hand, or how you can hui up, how you can partner up with your family members, with maybe other investors or other people looking to buy their own property for themselves, how you guys can team up together and find the funds for these deals too. So the first thing that you do whenever you come to these auctions is there's usually a registration table or somewhere that you have to sign in and register, because they want to know who's at these auctions, who's watching the bids, and who's actually serious or not. So they'll usually have an area for people who are observing or non-bidders, and then they'll have an area for the actual bidders where they have to verify their funds. They have to fill out way more paperwork than this, and they just have to verify that they can actually bid the amounts that the properties are going for. So
Prices are getting more and more expensive right here in Hawaii, so there's no better way to learn real estate through coaches that are active right here in Hawaii.
So come join us today. We're excited to have you start your journey and be there to support you.
We just got our ticket. It's not green because we're not bidding, but I'm here to support all the new people that you see behind us. The majority of people have orange cards, and if you're a person that's coming to just check it out, you get orange card. If you're a bidder, it's all about the green card, this color. So stoked to be here.
The starting bids are at 33,000, 3,100. Yeah, so super low, where you can get land, you can get homes, and now these do get bid up at the actual auction, but there is a lot of opportunities, especially for locals, to find these discounted properties.
So we got 2 properties on the list here. We got one on Iao Valley Road in Wailuku, and we got a unit. So the starting bid on the Iao Valley property is upset price is $5,000, and then the unit in Kihei is going for $94,000 starting. But believe it or not, I think those units are like close to $1 million. So it starts off at 100K right here, 94,000, but then it goes up probably to like maybe 200 grand. Who knows? We'll see.
I knew exactly which properties I wanted to look at. I went and researched what the market value on those properties are and had my ceiling. So, for example, one of the properties was a retail price is $50,000. So I knew that my ceiling was $25,000.
Some things to look out for that we found out prior to this was that there is actually an assessment coming up on that condo complex for $100,000. So we'll have to owe that much. The HOA fees were about like $1,500 a month. Mm-hmm. So in the process of all these taxes accruing over this 12-month redemption period, the HOA fees and maintenance fees will also start accruing as well.
Right. So that's why it's important to know all of that stuff she was just mentioning, to know your homework, and if you're ready to pay all those fees, and when you come, make sure that you know what you're bidding on, because you could get, puka pockets.
You can actually overpay for properties this way as well. There are events like this, we will host meetups. So today, after the auction, we're going to host a free meetup where anybody can attend to kind of, one, talk about the experience, but two, just go over what actually happened, because a lot of people get intimidated on using some of these off-market strategies or attending, auctions like this because they don't know what's going on. Yeah, there was about 30 people who came who just wanted to go and experience it with us. But not only that, just to kind of see what it would be like if they were ever ready to bid at something like this. And we always tell people, even if you're just a little bit interested, just come out, show up, like especially the community that me and Fuzzy have. We're always open to share. And we do things like this, monthly meetups for free, and webinars, master classes, virtual for free, because we feel like this information, especially to be shared with locals, can help them to be able to find properties at a discount and help their family to stay here.
Yep. So if you're interested in, watching more of this, please subscribe, because we love that people are wanting to watch our content. So be a subscriber, press that bell so that you get alerted when we have new videos, which we've been posting weekly. And if you are interested, message below, let us know. We got our website called huimastermind.com. There's some free videos on there, free information on how you can start in real estate. But if you're looking to start now, we are coaches teaching people right here in Hawaii on how to get involved with real estate.
With that, see you on the next one.